What's up, you guys? Fit with Fry back here with another video. About to head to the gym. Long day of work, but we getting after it as usual each and every single day. But what I want to tell you guys is this. You have to learn how to think. Getting in shape is so simple. Getting money is so simple. Living where you want to live is so simple. Everything is so simple once you learn how to think. And that's where so many of you guys are messing up. You don't know how to think properly. You don't know how to sit down and make a plan, a detailed little plan. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It should be followed by this. Making sure the sequencing is right so you do the things in the right order so that you get the results that you want. But most of you guys just sit here and you scroll all day. No, scrolling is for the rich. If you ain't got millions in your bank account or you're not in shape, I'm not just talking about rich in money. I'm talking about rich in health, rich in wealth, rich in relationships, rich in your spiritual life. You're poor in all these areas of your life and you're sitting here watching other people on social media. Not a smart idea. What you should be focused on is your life, thinking about this. There's four different main quadrants of life, and you have to focus on these four. Once you get these four down, you can say, okay, am I rich in this area or am I poor in this area? And what you can even grade yourself 1 through 100. And I always say, your spiritual life, your relationships and family life, your physical health, and your financial health. Those four things. If you sit there and you go through those four things and you rate them 1 to 100, what's it going to be? You're going to have a C, 70 between, or you're going to be 71. And this is how you become a balanced human being. You look at all four of these and say, how can I get all four of these completely even? We're never going to get to 100% because we're not perfect. None of us are perfect. Only Jesus Christ was perfect. But we can get those things up to like an 87 on one, 91 on another. Some things we're more gifted in. Maybe somebody is more gifted in finances, so they get a 93 in finance, but their health is like a 72, or their relationships are like a 68. No, we want everything 92, 93, 92. When you're on the Madden rating, and you should make a Madden rating for your life and say, okay, where am I at in this in this part? Where am I at in this part? Where am I at in this part? Where am I at in this part? And then that forces you to be introspective, to look at yourself, to say, okay, this area of my life isn't working very well. I'm not getting along with my kids very well. Me and my wife have been jabbering at each other, or my finances aren't in the best order, but my health is so good. I'm so in such good shape. I got a shredded six pack, but I know I need to focus on my finances, or I know I need to focus on my relationships, or I know I need to get back to God and focus on my spiritual life. And me and God aren't in that good of hands. So, I'll get out like a 47 and I'll get my health like a 91. So that shows you that you should change your focus a bit. Whenever you start looking at these things, you start grading yourself in these areas. So the conclusion is this: start thinking about your life, start thinking about where you're going, who you're becoming. Why am I doing this? Am I just doing this for money? Am I just doing this job for money, or am I doing it for purpose? And when you start doing things for purpose, what I always say is this, and this is another big thing: start thinking about death. Because when you live on death's doorsteps, your purpose becomes urgent. And so many of you guys' purpose isn't urgent because you're not thinking about death. We're all going to be gone very soon. How close can I get to God before I leave? How close can I get to my wife before I go? How much impact can I make financially before I go, with the abundance that God's already given me inside of my brain, because he's already given me everything that I need? How good a shape can I get in? Can I push my body to its absolute maximum for the glory of God, and giving him glory through it all, and staying humble? So that's what it's all about, you guys. Remembering those four quadrants. Remember, stop scrolling, start thinking, start sitting down, becoming introspective, looking at each area of those four quadrants. Like I told you, the four quadrants of life: your spiritual life, your health life, your family and relationships, and then your financial life. Look at those four quadrants, grade yourself. You don't have to show anybody this grade. You could write it down in a journal somewhere and say, okay, on what's today's date? I think this is 26th or 27th. It's Tuesday. Okay, on June 26th, 2025, right now, my health life is not good. Right now, my spiritual life is great, but my health life is not good. My financial life is great, but my relationships are not good. You could sit here and you could grade yourself in these 4 quadrants, and you could say, hey, this is where I'm going to focus. This is where I'm going to put my focus. Maybe I've been putting too much focus on my health and not enough focus on my relationships. Or I've been putting too much focus on my relationships and not enough on my health. Go for it, you guys. Sit down, make the plan, start thinking more so that you can start doing more so that you can become more. And it's that simple, you guys. This sun's absolutely heating me up. It's that Arizona sun, you know, that Scottsdale sun in the middle of summer. But it's absolutely unbelievable. Hope you guys have an absolutely unbelievable day. Take this into the rest of your week. Use this message. Use it. If you use this message and you really sit down and you play out those 4 quadrants of your life, you'll see results like you can't even imagine. Love you guys. Remember, like, subscribe, and share if this added a little bit of value. I'm talking about that much value because it may even add way more value for someone else. So if you share it, somebody else is going to get this value. You guys have an absolutely incredible, phenomenal day. Let's keep kicking. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep doing what we got to do to get to where we want to get. Love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.